What's going on, my fellow Jedi and Padawans? Welcome back to another Jedi gaming video. Thank you guys so much for coming back to the channel, and if you guys are new, welcome. Solstice of Heroes starting today. Little issues with the Bungie servers, so hopefully this build right here will help you when it does finally come out, and y'all can get into that EAZ activity, doing the new ways of upgrading all of our armor, everything like that. We're gonna have a video tomorrow going over all the changes that came this year and how it's different and what you can do to fast pace your progress through this event and get that tier 3 Solstice armor as quick as possible. Now, in today's video here, we're going to be going over a nice banger build for y'all for our hunter with infinite throwing knives, basically, with the Ophidia Spathe exotic chest piece, which gives us 2 knife charges, so it's super easy to get that back with the aspects fragments that we have on, as well as those armor mods. So this build, highly recommend it, taking it in, trying it out, and letting me know what you guys think of it. Now, for our subclass here, we're going to be using Blade Barrage with Gambler's Dodge, so we can get that melee back, dodging near enemies, with the triple jump, as well as proximity explosive knives. These things I think work the best for this build. You could also use your lightweight frames. These are also super great for giving you that radiant when you get those precision hits, but I like this for that explosion and the scorch that we have on. And then solar grenades, just the way that this plays out, again getting that scorch and solar defeats for our aspects here. First off, we have knock them down, so our solar supers are enhanced, so our blade barrage launches more projectiles, and while we're radiant final blows with equipped throwing knives fully refund that melee energy, once again giving us that infinite throwing knife build that we're going for here. As well, we're going to have Gunpowder Gamble, so solar defeats with abilities, solar debuffs, or solar weapons give us that big explosive solar grenade that we have and can throw, shoot, cause those explosions and ignitions. For our fragments here, we're going to be running Ember of Wonder for that resilience, as well as all the ignitions that we're creating with those proximity knives and Gunpowder Gamble. We're getting those power orbs for our super, as well as a mod that we have on our armor pieces. Next off right here, we have Ember of Searing, so defeating those scorched targets grant us melee energy, plus a little bit of extra recovery, just letting us spam our proximity explosive knives super fast. And finally, for our fragments, we have Ember of Torches, so those powered melee attacks against combatants make you and nearby allies radiant. And this is perfect because with the double throwing knives and basically infinite amount with those double throwing knives and Gambler's Dodge on, we'll be able to be radiant basically consistently, as well as getting our throwing knives back. Because of this, while we're radiant and those final blows, we get all of our energy back, so it's perfect synergy together. For our weapons, to spread that scorch around a little bit more than normal, we're going to go with fixed odds with incandescent, and then our callus mini tool as well with incandescent, so we can create those ignitions for those orbs of power, as well as getting our melee energy back via scorched. And then we're just throwing Witherhoard on because it's a great exotic in our kinetic slot that helps with ad management as well as DPS. Now, for our mods that we have on our armor, you can see right here we're going to have Harmonic Siphon, so rapid weapon final blows with the damage type matching our sub-chance, create orbs of power, so just another facet of getting defeats with Callus Mini Tool or fixed odds in rapid succession will drop us orbs of power. We also have Seeking Wells, so those elemental wells that we create will track to our position when we get close enough to them, which we use those in a few different facets. For our arms right here, we're going to have momentum transfer, so causing damage with our grenade gives us our melee back. So if we do happen to lose our melees, which is very unlikely unless you're just throwing them all willy-nilly like around without doing any damage, you can throw your grenade and get a little extra melee cooldown, which is super nice for that spam. And then we're getting those solar elemental wells that I talked about via our melee well maker, so those powered melee final blows spawn us solar elemental wells, and with these infinite knives, very easy to just spam and get these solar elemental wells everywhere. Now for our exotic right here, nothing too special about it besides the fact that we have 2 knife charges, which is so nice, especially with Gambler's Dodge and 100 mobility. We're able to just run around super easy with that dodge and continuously get our melee back, and having 2 of them, it allows us to spam them even faster than we would with something like Caliban arms, which I know give proximity throwing knives a little bit better than normal. But this build right here, the amount that we're getting radiant and then we're getting our melee energy back via that knock 'em down aspect is absolutely nutty. With the double knife charge, when you could see going through that lost sector at the beginning and at the end that I'll show you, it is basically infinite knife charges. No, I said that a couple times, but I truly love running this build for that infinite throws. And then again, we're going to have elemental armament, so defeats with those solar weapons and Callus mini tool, as well as our fixed odds, have the chance to spawn us those solar elemental wells, which we have them being created via our melee as well. So on our boots right here, we're going to have invigoration, so reduce our melee cooldown each time we pick up those orbs of power, which is nice that we're creating them via our solar explosions with that fragment we have on our solar subclass, as well as harmonic siphon with those rapid defeats with our solar weapons because we're using a solar subclass. And then powerful friends, so we can get that nice 100 mobility, 100 resilience with a decent roll in both our grenade and then our melee stats as well. And then finally down here at the bottom, we have that classy restoration, so we can get our health back when we dodge, and it is a decent amount of the time since the way we have everything built out on this subclass. And then we also have reduced melee cooldown when using our class ability. So once again, with Gambler's Dodge, stacking this on top of it, if we're not near enemies, it's pretty much an instant re-up on your melee energy anyways. And then we're going to have Elemental Light to produce even more of those solar elemental wells that we can grab and get our abilities back when we get those solar defeats with our super. So it's a perfect synergy that we have with this build, being able to clear everything out ad wise with basically just our throwing knives. And then we have that scorch via our incandescent being spread around, which we don't need to use too much unless we lose our knives. But once again, as you can see, it's just nutty how many times we can throw these knives in a row. And then we're continuously getting radiant. We can dodge to get classy restoration, as well as that additional charge back. We are just hucking these knives around like we are William Knife Man from that good old TikTok. This is a fun build to take into your normal strikes, gambit, stuff like that. Maybe not an end game build, but it is a super fun infinite throwing knife build. Definitely go with lightweight or proximity for your throwing knives. Definitely my 2 favorite, at least. It's up to you, but definitely give this build a try. It slaps super hard with all of those infinite knives that you can just whip around. So thank you guys so much again for watching. Truly appreciate the support lately. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.